Hiya, welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel, where we keep great radio from the past alive, and today we are featuring a legendary radio personality, the one and only Rick Dees. Rick Dees became one of the hottest properties in America when he began hosting the morning show at 102.7 KIIS FM in Los Angeles. In a relatively short time, Rick Dees turned KIIS FM into the #1 revenue-generating radio station in America. And Dees picked up many accolades along the way, including Billboard Radio Personality of the Year, 10 years in a row, the Marconi Award, National Radio Hall of Fame, and so many others. With his often copied bits like Candid Phone and Dees Sleaze, Rick spent 23 years on KIIS FM through the 80s, through the 90s, and until 2004, when Rick was let go from KIIS FM with no reason ever given. After KIIS, Rick spent a couple of years on air in Los Angeles at Movin 93.9, and in 2011, he hosted the morning show at KHHT Hot 92.3 with their rhythmic AC format. During this time, Rick also hosted the weekly Top 40, so he kept pretty busy. Let's check him out. It's Rick Dees on 102.7 KIIS FM.
Look who just arrived. He just came pulling up here. He's coming down the hall.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Barry Sausage! Hi, everybody. Hi, front row. How are you?
We're the only row, Barry.
Everything. I think we ought to get into it right now. Guess what? I was on television last night.
Wow.
Yeah, when I get drunk, I'll sleep anywhere. People everywhere, people everywhere, people everywhere.
I sense some residual anger because of Big Pimp.
You know, yeah.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you.
Sure.
Big Pimp and I have a problem.
We noticed.
I came by here. I was ready to do a lot of work for you.
Yep.
And now you got this. Now you got this guy with a feather in his hat going up and down the hall, telling everybody how wonderful they are.
But he has no problem at all with you.
Yeah, but I have a problem with Big Pimp.
What is it?
He knocked me off the air for 2 days this week. And let me tell you something.
What?
I've had it. I'm glowing. Glowing, glowing. Hi, everybody. I'm glowing. Hey, front row.
Yeah.
You dig Britney Spears?
We love Britney
One
Spears.
sexy chick yesterday. You know, yesterday Britney was frisked at the airport for 2 hours.
She was.
And she was just seeing someone off. Hey, I'm back again.
Hey.
Where'd you steal this music from? An ice rink?
Well, come little glowing, glowing. I am a glowing up I think it's time for some blues.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. You know,
What?
Come on.
it's time.
Bring it home.
Oh, my baby. M&M. My friend M&M is in trouble.
What kind?
I say M&M is in trouble. Yes, sir, Bob. Yeah, and for rap stars, getting busted isn't extra. It's their job.
Go!
Got M&M Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing, baby.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
You know, I went to a new Chinese restaurant. All you can eat for $1.
Oh, man.
Well, there's a little catch.
What
They
is
gave me only one chopstick. That made me holler. Yeah. And then, hey, front row, what's happening?
Hey, right here.
You've asked us that maybe a half dozen times. We're fine.
You know, one of my friends told me I was too wishy-washy.
You're wishy-washy?
That got me thinking, you know, maybe I am, then maybe I'm not.
No, come on.
Barry.
You cut
Say
me
goodbye.
Barry.
Say goodbye.
What?
We're bringing in Big Pimp.
Bye, Barry.
Big Pimp's coming in.
I'm starting to sound like Big Pimp.
Rick Dees in the morning.
Come on down. Get you some.
Live from Hollywood. KIIS FM commemorative.
75 degrees. I want Burton Javelin, one of our original 7 listeners, to come to the line. He is, of course, the Senior VP and General Manager of Home and Garden Television.
Right. Burton.
HGTV. Hiya, Burton. How are you, bud?
Doing well.
Well, terrific for you, and congratulations for this billion-dollar network of yours.
Well, thank you.
You know, I have scanned the channels. There you are. There's the Food Network. There's the DIY, do-it-yourself. But as I came back the other day, I saw there are surveys you do now. And do you mind shocking the listener just a little bit? Because things have changed once those doors close at home.
Well, it's true. Normally we talk about paint drying and grass growing, but today we're talking about sex at HGTV. Shocking as that may be. We did a survey. We do this every year. We talk to people all across the country, and we ask them what gives them more satisfaction. And we gave them a list of topics, and it turns out, this is all adults across the country, remember, that keeping your home neat and attractive was more satisfying for people than their sex life.
I say, yikes. Whoa.
Really?
Yep.
Things have changed. Wow. Keeping their home neat is more important than that.
Wow. Well, that saying, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Mm-hmm. And imagine the people that have a really clean home and a good sex life.
Well, that would be you, Bert.
Well, you never know. I can tell you there's some home improvement going on in my house right now. You might hear some pounding on the roof. That's all that's going on, unfortunately.
Buongiorno, I'm Fabio, with my tips to love. Men, most women don't really care for your company until you own it. That is my tip to love, and I am Fabio.
Buongiorno, this is Fabio. Is this Rick Dees in the morning?
Yes, Fabio, you know the voice by now. And listen, I cannot let you talk to Ellen Kay. We've gone over this before.
Well, I just have one question then. Is she going to read some of those letters?
The answer is yes, she will.
I love to hear her voice. It's so sexy, and I listen to her while I oil my body.
Yeah, well, that's fine, Fabio, but I think that she would rather just stay away from you. She says she has doubts.
Well, please, just tell her one thing.
From Fabio.
Tell her I have more muscles than the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, stop it.
My hair is more silky than Connie Selica's with a hot oil treat.
Stop it.
I want to be her popsicle of love.
And you are
Fabio.
Good job, Biggie. Thank you so much. Good Thursday to you. It's early, it's dark, sunrise coming up in about 17 minutes. Candid Phone. If you have any ideas for Candid Phone, the number is 520-1027. Love to hear from you. 520-1027. The same number to call for the $1 million birthday. And Manly Movers. In the yellow pages, if you check, and there's the picture of this guy. Shirt off, strapping chest, putting his arms up with his bicep extension. Manly Movers. It's time for a Candid Phone move.
Manly Movers?
Is this Manly Movers?
Sure is.
Howard, thank you so much. I have a place over here in back of where they're doing all that construction at the Mandalay Bay and everything.
Yes, sir.
And I need somebody to move some stuff out of here. It's just like the racket's just knocking me out. And it's a crosstown move. You do crosstown moves?
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
Good deal.
I'll tell you what, you caught my attention with this picture.
The muscle, huh?
Oh, man.
That's me.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Because I was going to ask if the guy in the picture could come over and move. You're quite a specimen.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Is that natural or is it steroids?
No steroids. I'm only 180 pounds.
180 pounds. You really take care of yourself, sir.
Well, you got to eat right and diet and train consistently.
Do you send out people who look like you?
Well, one guy does. He's pretty pumped, but they're all covered up. You know, they wear...
the rest of them have fat, dimpled asses, I bet.
Pardon me?
The rest of them have fat, little dimpled asses and stuff.
Actually, a couple of them are pretty big.
What a name for a place, though. I mean, you caught my right out of the yellow pages, Manly Movers.
You like that? All right. I like to hear that good feedback.
Well, so...
When were you looking at doing this, sir?
I'm going to have, probably in the next week or so, they're building a golf course over here. Did you hear about that?
They're building a golf course?
Some guy named Randy Morton, the stupid hotel there, and he's got so much construction going on. He goes around this little hat, and I went over and said, Mr. Morton, please, at all hours of the day and night. He said, well, then move. So that's how I'm hooked up with Manly Movers.
Good deal. All right. Do you want to schedule it, or do you want to call me back when you know for sure?
Let me do this.
Okay.
So you can't come yourself because the picture of you is strapping.
Yeah, I can come out there. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
And you'd work with your shirt off and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll work with a day OT. How's that? If it gets too hot, then I'll take my shirt off.
Whoa, you are unbelievable. Okay, well, I will call you back in the next 24 hours.
Okay, boss.
Thank you, sir.
And my name is Peter, once again.
That's the name you want.
You got it.
Rick Dees in the morning. Rick Dees, baby.
KIIS FM. 102.7 KIIS FM, that's Madonna. Written up in the newspaper the other day as one of the most influential sexual appetites of the 90s.
I believe it.
And here's one for you, Ellen.
Okay, what is
how
it?
do you handle a situation like this?
Okay.
She's asleep, so I can talk openly about someone to whom I'm married.
Oh, okay.
Julie Dees.
What happened,
Julie
Rich?
McWhorter Dees. Last night, one of my best friend in the world, Jim Nelson. She says, well, Jim can't come and stay with us. I said, oh, really? How's that? She said, well, he's not married.
What?
And he would have to stay in the room with Karen. And I said, well, I understand that, Julie, but it's not up to me to judge Jim. She said, well, we can't have anybody stay in our houses if they're not married in the same room.
Wait, no, stop. He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions.
I said, well, Julie, we can't. I mean, I understand that. And I may agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But if Jim decides to stay in the room with Karen, then I'm not going to take a camera in there and see if they slept on the same bed or if they had sex.
Right.
And she said, are you saying that your morals now are so low that you wouldn't agree with me, that they shouldn't stay in the same room? So, I'm asking someone, some person of the cloth, a priest or a rabbi or whatever, to call me and please let me explain to you. It's not that I disagree with Julie, but this is my best friend.
Right. He's
divorced, and now he's dating. They've been dating for about 2 years, and they're probably going to get married.
Yeah.
I mean, he is so monogamous to this woman. And you can kind of guess my age. Okay, we went to high school together. This guy has known me since I was 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a dear. We started a business together.
Yeah.
In fact, it's going to be huge someday. Right now we're losing money in over 70 countries.
But besides all that.
Besides all that.
He's not your son. He's not Julie's son.
I've got the big three. I've got Paul Joseph, Ken Lowe, Jim Nelson.
Nice,
okay.
a nice stable of men.
If life ends for me, they're there.
Do I inherit your best friends?
You certainly do.
I'll take all three.
Good-looking guys, great guys, but one of them is not married. It's Jim Nelson, but he dates Karen. What do I tell my wife when she says that? Rather than going off and say, what, are you crazy?
Yeah.
See, that you can't do that as a husband. You cannot do that.
No.
So she's asleep. I need your help as a listener. You might think he's making this up. No. And by the way, I'm not saying that she's wrong at all. In fact, she might be right. In fact, I respect her for what she thinks.